Good evening. It's November the 5th, 2020, 10 p.m. in the Netherlands, and it's probably 1 p.m. in West Coast, I think. You're all too busy electing your president, so let's quickly move into the show. Welcome back. Last week we skipped a week because I had some personal things to do. So I couldn't make it in time for the live stream. But today we are going to have a look at what's next week. Next week is .NET Conf, if I'm not correct, if I'm right. Let's go to the code window quickly and have a look. Let's do a Google here for a Google Bing search for .NET Conf. November 2020. November 10 to 12. So that's next Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's have a look at this. This is actually the event where they are going to launch the .NET 5 version for .NET. And it's no longer .NET Core, but it's .NET with one .NET. Well, I believe there is another .NET coming up with all these mobile things like Xamarin also included, but that's probably next year. For today, I want to have a look at .NET 5 and see if we can build one of the Office add-ins into .NET 5. There's a page migrate ASP.NET Core 3.1.2.5.0, and it is still in preview, but we're very close to release. Only 5 days to go. 4 days and 18 hours and 57 minutes. And don't miss the keynote. 3-day event. So probably on Thursday when I have my next event live stream. That's the same day as the 3rd day of .NET Conf. Oh well, I don't mind. So let's have a quick look at the GitHub repo for Office Add-ins. GitHub. See if there's any update on the Office Add-in stuff. I think I still have a pull request sitting there. This one, and it's not opened yet. It's not pulled in. Review requested, 1 pending review. So that's still sitting there. Let's see, he responded, by the way, 26 minutes ago. He must be aware that I'm streaming today. With the web worker sample, we're exploring the way to provide a sample without requiring the full npm build or requiring a localhost web server. To see if we can simplify showing just a relevant sample code, but it should work in localhost project. Take a look and see what I can find. Okay, yeah, well, on my end it did not work. I'm not sure why, but and I understand that you want a simple demo, but by providing it just on the interwebs, that's making it harder for people to just try it out. Because in essence, it's a quite simple demo. Not much to it, but yeah, it should work, and otherwise you don't have the need to do the npm packages. Let's go into. There was another one, by the way. Pull request. A new one. Add keyboard shortcuts that I found in my mail today. Add keyboard shortcuts PnP to the repo. So this should have some shortcuts in there, probably. David was requested to review. Let's see, this is branch. Let's merge two commits into master from shortcuts PnP branch. I have to remember how to get the branch in my system. Let's go to the repos. CD PnP Office Add-ins. I think that's my active fork. Office Add-ins. Why is my tab not working? PnP dash Office Add-ins. There you go. Git status. Git pull original. Let's see what my remotes are. List remotes. Git. Git remote dash v. Dash v. Yeah. Git fetch original. That should give the new branch. There it is. Check out git. Check out shortcuts PnP. Okay. Code dot that's the old one. Let's see. Samples probably. I mean, shortcuts PnP branch. Where are the samples here? Shortcuts in here. Show output. output. I don't care. Let's have a look at this VS Code. So it's built on Visual Studio Code apparently. Where's the manifest in there? Here. So now the question is, how do you get a shortcut in there? That should be in the demo, I think. Let's have a look at the README. And let's find out how it's looking in preview. Using keyboard shortcuts for Office Add-in actions. The sample shows how to set up a basic Excel add-in project that utilizes the keyboard shortcuts. Currently these shortcuts are configured to show and hide the task pane as well as cycle through the colors for the selected cell. That's interesting. Because this one, I think it's fairly clean, not so much using React. If I look at it this way, let's have a look at this. Yeah, I think it's fairly clean. TypeScript. The features used in the sample are currently in preview and subject to change. They are not currently supported to use in production, of course. To try the new, you need to join Office Insider, and I am an Office Insider. A good way to try out the preview is to sign up for an Office 365 subscription. Already did that. The keyboard shortcut to your Office add-in. Prereqs. To use a sample, you need to join the Insider. Already did that. Before running the sample, you need to a recent version of the npm or Node.js. That should be okay as well. Let's have a look. CD samples. Where is it? Shortcuts, this one. Excel keyboard shortcuts. Excel keyboard shortcuts. Yeah. npm. Oh, there are the shortcuts. That's interesting. In there. Show task pane. Show task pane for add-in. Hide task pane. So these are actions, shortcuts. Ctrl-Shift up, Ctrl-Shift down. It's probably related to setting the color, and that is this one. Ctrl-Shift O. npm, oh, that's not what I wanted. npm install. Let's continue reading while it's installing. This should be okay. Node V and Node npm v. Office add-in is share global data with the shared runtime. Blah blah blah. Open close task pane. Modify cell color. Use Ctrl-Shift up to control to open the task pane and Ctrl-Shift down Control Shift down. And Control Shift O to cycle through the colors for the selected cell. In the install, the command prompt run npm install. That's what we already guessed. There we are. Looking good. 0 vulnerabilities. npm. Oh, where did I change something? npm run start. There we go, node server. There we get Excel. Wait for node to complete. Well, actually already compiled. And the website should be up at localhost 3000. Let's have a look. It should be there, but it's probably going to taskpane.html in that case. There it is. So it's served. Compiled successfully. Let's go to Excel there and get started with your sampling. Got it. Now the question is, do I first need to load the task pane to trigger the add-in, or will it work anyway? Let's have a look. To open task pane, Control Shift up. Control Shift up. Something's happening. Something was happening. I saw this thing move. There you are. That's not good. Close the dialog to ignore the problem and restart. Try again. Oh. And now I don't know if this was caused because I clicked on this one or I was impatient to wait for this. So, but we can try it again by going to Control Shift down. Control Shift, oh. Control Shift up, Control Shift down. Control Shift up. Now it's actually working. And now it stopped working. So it's only doing it once. Let's try this. Control Shift O. Control Shift O. Oh, that's working. Control Shift. Hide this down. That works. So I'm not sure why it stopped working just now. I think you have to reset focus or something. Now it works again. See, if I repeatedly do the... Make sure the focus is in the worksheet before trying the shortcuts. So if I click in there and go down, now it's gone. And there it is. And now it apparently lost my focus on the workbook. So if I put it back in and I do Control Shift down again, now it's gone. Control Shift O, still working even though the task pane is not visible. Nice. Shift up, Shift down, no. Shift down, yes. Whenever you do Control Shift up, so it's showing up, it's not getting back to in focus of the workbook apparently. So this is an important comment on this. So let's have a quick look at the code here. If you're running Excel on the web or Mac, run npm run start web instead and see the following articles for instructions on how to side load. Yeah. Make sure the focus of the keyboard is on the worksheet by selecting a cell. Press Ctrl Shift up on the keyboard to trigger the show task pane action. In the task pane, you will see the additional shortcuts available to try the sample. Key parts of the sample. The manifest XML is pre-configured to use a shared runtime. And that's described as in for this document. This explains this one like the lifetime long, so that it's even if the task pane is closed, it's available. Don't design your add-in to use multiple task panes if you are planning to use the shared runtime. A shared runtime only supports the use of one task pane. Note that any task pane without the task pane ID is considered a different task pane. I understand. Let's see. Additionally, the following changes have been made to enable shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. Configure the add-ins manifest by adding a new element, extended overrides, to the end of the manifest. In here, that's this one. That's nice. So this is pointing to the shortcuts JSON file. Created a shortcuts JSON file, shortcuts JSON in the source folder to define. This is pointing to the source folder, I believe. Well, you don't know because this is the served one by the web server, but it's actually in the source folder. There you are. And there's some actions in there. Show task pane, execute function, and execute function. And these are the shortcuts related to that apparently. Create the shortcuts JSON in the source folder, blah blah blah. Ensure that the new file is properly bundled with by configuring the webpack config JSON. This one. So this one should add something like bring in the JSON file. JSON. Oops. Where did it go? Whoa. 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 JSON. JSON. There you are. So this is including it into the webpack. And serve it like this. Cool. Mapped actions to runtime calls with the associate method in source taskpane.js. And if you go to the taskpane.js, in there, These are actually the functions. This one. So these are associated. Hide task pane is put to function and to this function. Set color is a small piece of code to color the cell content. So you can question if is it possible to set focus on the spreadsheet. I guess not, because otherwise it's probably not in the comment. Security notice in the webpack config header is set to access control. Yeah, but this is the common way if you do this when developing. Also the certificates, if you don't have the certificates in place, it also don't work because you need a secure environment. But all's well so far. So let's go to the GitHub environment. So let's put this in there. Tested and approved. 2 P's, 1 P. Google. I'm not native English. To approve. Yeah. After using the open task pane command, the focus shifts from the workbook, invalidating the command. But as soon as you enter focus to the workbook, the commands work again, are functional. I guess you already aware of this, given the remark to have the focus on the workbook in the task pane. Is there an API available to set focus? In general, working properly from the start, simply cloning and running without issues. Other than the focus part. If we put some GIF in there, Sure if that's allowed. No, that's not allowed. I saw someone do this, and so I think it's fun to do that as well. But I've to find out how to do this. Google insert Giphy to GitHub. Media. Downloading now. Small. Oh. Social. Copy. It's always a challenge to put something new in. Preview. That's not working. No. No. Come on, guys. Add Giphy to GitHub. Dun, dun, dun. Huh. Okay. Looks good. Do, 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 do. comment. There's no way to approve it for me, I think, so leave it to David then, or one of the other guys. Good. Well, let's go back in there. Oh. Git branch master. Oh. Yeah, it should be checkout branch master. Checkout. Ooh. Ah. Is it no longer called master again? It is. Okay, let's create a new branch. Git. What's the way to do this again? Put this in my notes. Add Giphy to GitHub. To GitHub comments. And let's copy the link here for later reference. There you go. Now let's move to closing some of these. Wow. These are the guys probably working on your votes right now. Don't you think? That must be a terrible thing if you're the one counting votes. Let's go to this and let's have a look. Google create new branch, local branch. It still is not in my muscle memory, so I have to check it up every now and then. So that should say, excuse me, git branch, .net .net 5 and do that from origin master, original master, well, origin master. Yeah. Check out .net. Git checkout branch .net 5. Oh. like this. No. Git branch. Check out like this. Yep, that's it. Getting quicker in this. Now go to samples. Go to samples. There's .NET Core React Add-ins. This one I prepared for 3.1, I think. See the Excel, no, Office. ASP .NET Core React Add-ins code. Let's first close all these other items in here. Still find this one. Oh, it stopped working apparently. Wow. Huh. Okay, I haven't seen that yet. Because this one, task pane, did I create an error in there? Yeah, I switched the branch, so it's no longer available. Okay. Code is still in here. Close that as well. Close the jiffies. Jiffies. How do you call it on your end? Is it a GIF, a GIF, TIFF if you're faxing it? Do you even know what a fax means? You can vote for your American system, I think, using a fax machine. If you really know what a fax machine is. Code dot let's have a look here. Let's start with the terminal. Go to, which one shall we do first? XLT TypeScript maybe? Excel TypeScript version. Git status. Yeah, this is my own change, so I can ignore that. So that's this one. Let's close this quickly and go to Excel TypeScript. Go dot Control-Tick for the terminal. npm install. Required assets to build and a debugger missing from XLT add items. Extension C# extension. we already have vulnerabilities in there. Let's first check if this is working as is. npm, let's find out the readme. Is that all? Let's see. Create a new project. This is when we incorporate this in Fish Studio, but that's something we do later on. First, want to see if it's running independently. npm start. Let's see if it's bringing up the node server. Oh. Client app. I think it's removed. Did I remove it? Did clean it up? Source maybe? Looks like the... Okay, let's do it the other way, like it's explained in here. Go to Fish Studio. Create a new project. I have to do this all by the top of my head again. Just an Excel web add-in? I think so. Yes, it is. Next. Let's find out. Put this in some sort of a folder. See data. Repos. Come on, guys. Typing today is terrible. 2020. Yeah, probably say it's every week terrible. 05. And this is not relevant because it's... Well, we will be overriding this soon. Create. Add new functionality to Excel. Insert content in the spreadsheets. Functionality to Excel. Come on, guys. Bring it in. I haven't got all day. Apparently they think I have the all day. Do we have a president? Do we have a new president? Let's check this. Do we have a new president? That's not existing. I'm not going to CNN because that's highly colored, I think. It's not really an independent news station, if you ask me. Let's see if it's already done here. It's not. Come on, guys. It's not that hard. See, data, repos. Oh, there you go. Into the code window. So from the top of my head, I need to add the existing project that we created in here. Add an existing project. See data, repos, PMP something, samples. This one, Excel, TypeScript, client. That's already in there. Activating the remote language server. Okay. That's why it's so slow, probably. Let's open this one. That's bringing this one in. Now we need to build it first. Rebuild. Restoring dependencies for npm. This may take several minutes. One moment later. Still going strong. Let's have a look at the .NET Conf website. Like this, what's the program? Using cookies. Okay. Agenda. November 10th. That's the keynote time. From 8 to 9. So that's Dutch time. We have to add 9 hours to that. It's 9, 17. So it is 5 o'clock Dutch time. Add your time zone. Really? Okay. Oh, okay. 4 o'clock UTC, yeah, that's England. 5 o'clock local time, that's Dutch time indeed. So the keynote will be by Scott Hunter, but I think it will be Scott Hunter and friends. Some very special guests. Good stuff with Mats Torgerson, Dustin Campbell, and many, many more from the .NET team. Kathleen. And ending it with a virtual party, but have a look at the time there. 1:30 a.m. That's a bit much for me, because it's my working day. Is such followers prime? Come on, big followers, come. Sure. Let's quickly move in here and see. There it goes. 1 succeeded, 0 failed. That's working. Now, let's go into the properties of this one. Let's first open the manifest and copy the idea in here. Copy. Notepad. Keep that apart. Go into this, and the web project in this case should be not Excel web add-in this one, but it should be the other one. This one. Yes, I want to do that. Let's go and go to the manifest here. This going into the ID. Let's take this one aside as well. So this one is Fish Studio and this one is GitHub. And we have to bring over this one into here. Save. Now Control A, Control copy, and go into the XML over here. And Control A, Control paste in there, overriding the existing part. Save. Where's my... No! Come on, guys. Whoa. A little bit of a lockup here. Dropping some network there. Not sure what happened there. Must be the 11 p.m. sign. But it said it was saving things in the VM, and now let's have a look if we run F5, what's going on. That's bringing in my add-in. Platypus. The fact that you guys are using this generated user IDs for 12380, that's a challenge. Let's see if VStudio is now already running. It's giving this terrible error if you look at this. Why is this not working? Let's quickly go over the code here. Did I forget something? Create a new project, type Excel, web add-in, that's what I did. Web add-in, configure a new project, create, add new functionalities to Excel, that's what I did. Download and clone the repo, that's what I did. Solution Explorer. In the add-in existing project, go to PHP Office Add-in Samples for folder. There are 2 projects there. Choose one. That's what we did. Right click the project that you just added and choose build. Select the add-in project in Solution Explorer. Add-in project. Yeah. Press F5, F4 properties. Change this is what we did. Confirming. Solution Explorer. Changing the XML with the copy the entire file over from this one to this one. Find the ID. Press F5 to debug the Office web add-in. Try to run npm install from the client app folder. Oh. I think it's not running right now. Because if you do see, this is not working. One more blah blah, one more start exited without indicating that the create React app server was listening for requests. What does it say here? The React script React script package provided by Create React requires a dependency webpack 4.4.2. Don't try to install it manually. Your package manager does it automatically. Let's close this. What does it say? Client. Oops. This is an issue, I think. This is the same message that I get in the thingy. Might be a problem with the project dependency tree. It's likely not a bug in Create React app, but something you need to fix locally. The React script package provided by Create React app required a dependency Webpack 4420. I'm not trying to install this manually, but let's have a look at the package JSON. Let's check some versions here. Let's have a look at the Webpack thingy. So there's a dependency for Webpack 442. Try running npm ls webpack in your project folder. It's a complete error found in this log file. Copy. npm 614. This is giving an issue somewhere. npm outdated. Let's check on the global version first. TypeScript is outdated. Okay. Look to the packages in here, what TypeScript is in here. Nothing. Bootstrap. This is the downside if you haven't been looking at some of the demos for a while, then they just stop working. A lot of things are outdated here if you compare it to this. React, TypeScript. There was some comment in here about the Webpack thingy. Custom functions, that is not related to anything of this. It says the build has succeeded, but if you run it, it's not running. Breakpoints must be on the same local drive. It up. Let's have a look at this. Samples. Okay, this takes a little bit longer than I expected. Not sure why it's not working anymore. Let's close all of this and close this a little bit. This should be closed as well. I think it might be related to my node installation or something like that. So 18. Node. Download. Fourteen, 15, 0. That's already much later than what I have over here. Let's have a try. Maybe that's related to keep this safe for now. Adding IDs. There's no secret for anyone, but includes 6.14.8. Next. Obviously I accept. Next. Next. So what I think is that they cleaned up the code here a little bit. It's a long wait for getting just Node installed here. Given that it's 11 p.m., 19 minutes past the hour. Go back in. Repos. Go to Office, something like this. CD, Excel. TypeScript, in this case. Git status. Oh. Bit branch. No. We're on .NET 5, so that should be okay. Client app. Install. Not supported skipping optional dependency. That should not be an issue, but the vulnerability is an issue. But I just want to see if we can get this to run. That's not working. OpenC data repo. Start. Run. Run script build. No. Pre-build, build, post-build. Error is ASP.NET Core React add-in TypeScript sample build. Must be an issue with one of the scripts. Let's have a look. See no data repos. This one. Come on, guys, learn to type. Code dot. .NET 5, shared runtime, no. This one. README. This is what I all did. But if I build it from Visual Studio, it's running. It's building. Well, in fact, it's also building when I do this. Office ASP .NET Core to, let's try the other one. Excel, JavaScript, npm install. Probably have to move into the a lot of vulnerabilities already. Oh. Client app. npm install.
Trying to fit in my world, but it's far from basic. No, I'm not complacent. God is so good, no, you can't replace it. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up.
Let's have a look at the project over here.
Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up.
This one.
If you wanna get with me, you better level up. If you wanna get with me, you better level up.
So this is the other one. And how does it compare to this one? I think it should. Packages. I think it's in here. Public source. Still working on it. This is what I already did in my previous commit. C and D, I can close that as well. We already updated the node. should run independently, if you ask me. That's what we did. Let's quickly have a look at the thing here, still extracting. Add ASP.NET Core React.js web project. There are two folders, Excel.js, and I picked this one. Choose the folder for the language you want to use. Select the CSproj and choose Open. Right-click the project that you just added in the Solution Explorer and choose Build. That's what I already did. Select the add-in project. It's this one. Press F4 to view the properties. Already properties here. Web project. Let's shift it over to the other one. Yeah. Copying it over from this one to the other one. That's what we did as well. Press F5 to debug. And that's what we did, but it's apparently failing. If you're using Visual Studio blah 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 later, no issue, breakpoints, well, we have more serious issues. This is what I did. So I had it working. Why is this also slow? Looks like it froze somehow.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through.
npm start. Let's see if that's working. No, it's not working. That's the same issue. Outside your project directory. Blah blah blah. There might be a problem. This is not likely a bug. Requires a dependency. Don't try to install it manually. However, a different version was detected higher up in the tree. Okay. In here, node modules. Okay. If you would prefer to ignore this check, pre-flight is true. So let's find out. Copy. Samples. Why are the node modules in this folder? I don't think we need them in here. Is that it? Just messed up with a node modules folder in the wrong place.
Each time of year carries memories like a never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on
So let's go in here again.
all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing. Another season, don't want another
That's it. Really? Come on, guys. Just this crappy folder in there. So that's it. Loading. And it's a really slow machine. Maybe I should boost it. There you are. That's the Core 3.1 add-in that we are talking about. So now let's, as we have been showing that this is working,
I'm losing my mind in a way
close this.
swept me up like the ocean blue. Can't lie, gotta face the truth.
I said close this. Now we have to try this again. A solution and hit F5 and see if it's now actually running. It's starting something. There you are. If it's loading, then it should be visible in Excel as well. But the loading part is taking some time. As you noticed previously when I run this. Because this one is the TypeScript version.
Losing my mind in a wave of you. Swept me up like the ocean blue. Can't lie, gotta face the truth. I'm falling harder than
There we are. 44329. TypeScript version 3.1. Well, I should say .NET Core 3.1. And that's what we like to fix. Let's have a look at this one. There we are. So that's working. Select some area there and hit run. There you are, it's red. Nice. So that's working. Now let's see if we can make this, depending on .NET 5. Don't save. And stopped right now. So let's go back to the documentation in, where is it? Did I close it already? So I kind of gave up. Transition .NET Core 3.1 to 5. There we are. If you rely on the global.json, I don't think so. No. So that should be okay, but if we open the project, this project, I prefer to do this investigate your code, by the way. Let's have a look at what are we TypeScripting? Get TypeScript. Go to TypeScript, then the project file. Where's the project file? Well, the project file is obviously in the other file, in the other area. This is the website, and this is open project. Just double click it. There we are. .NET Core App 3.1 should be moved into .NET. No, not .NET 5.0. That's kind of clean, if you ask me. TypeScript compile blocked true. We don't have Blazor in this, I think. Remove package references to something like ASP.NET Core components WebAssembly, but I don't have a WebAssembly in here. Spa services. Here, platform configuration is set to single page application in Azure Portal with apps redirect URI. Let's see, standalone. We don't have Blazor in place. Package, this one, maybe. JSON patch. You only have this one in there. Publish run webpack. This is all interesting information showing the issue with the Node modules that I just cleaned out. It says the only thing that I need to change. Add controller. We don't use this, I think. Review breaking changes for migration. Blazor, we don't use Blazor. Kestrel. Add controllers. JSON num handling. You can configure the option in startup. If this change is disruptive, JSON serializer. Let's try building this and see if there's something happening. Close this. Rebuild. That's not working. assets file something 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 project assets JSON does not have a target for .NET 5. Project assets JSON. Ensure that your restore has run and have included .NET 5.0 in the target framework. So rebuild. Rebuild all succeeded. Let's go in here. npm install. npm start. Is this like all there is to run it on .NET Core 5? This is hard coded. Let's check if that's hard coded. Task pane. Where is it? Components. I think it's on this one. Discover what? Something like that. It's hard coded. Yeah, if I run it in Blazor, I can show it, but I think TypeScript is not able to show the version runtime. So how do I check if Google .NET 5? think version 5.
Tell me where I belong. I've been searching all night. Walking these streets, it's amazing midnight. Been talking to you.
And this is also version 5, so I think that's all. Is that all? Verify app is web app running .NET Core framework. Michael Balecki. Blah blah blah. Do we need to install ASP.NET Core? Something. Open the project. Your first app. Target framework should be .NET 5.0. Start the project.
You say it's all my fault. I walked away from it all. All those memories haunting our fall. A single life has come at the right time. I gave you a chance to treat me right. I'm a blank canvas you can paint. Draw yourself a future with me. It's a mystery.
Well, okay, it's almost 12 o'clock, midnight for me. It looks like it's actually running. So if that's the only change that you need to add into this code, that's fairly easy. So I need to find out in my next endeavors if it's actually using .NET 5, but I'm not sure how to test it in this environment yet. So that will be something for next time. So let's wrap this up for now. I've lost a lot of time due to this node modules thing in the wrong location. But on the other hand, we also made some great progress in building our first .NET 5 application a week ahead of the official release next week. So I'm very happy with that. And I will make this change somewhere next week, I think, and create a pull request for it. And then we have the version 5. Maybe I wait for the official release and then try it again by downloading the version of the .NET Conf conference. And so that immediately the week after we have a version pull request into the GitHub repo for PnP Office Add-ins. So everyone, thanks for watching today. And wrapping up, a couple of minutes to midnight, and I see you next time.